Well, hello, here we are again. I thought I made a video yesterday of me fitting me lighting in me Class 37 Railroad Hornby model. Fitted lighting set in the end. Well, I thought I was doing a run through of how I was doing it. And when I got to the end, I realised I hadn't pressed something was wrong. It didn't record, so I wasn't going to start it again. I thought I'd just run you through what I'd done gradually, and then part of it I've recorded. Once I realised it wasn't recording, I'd like to start from there. But I spent a lot of time. It was drilling out the little holes. I mean, it took me a time drilling out these little holes to put the lights in, and you have to do a 0.5mm drill through these two, the rear, when you're in reverse, and a 2mm hole for the headlight. These two you don't have to do because they've already got lenses in. But you use, and then you use, they give you, the firm I got this lighting set from off of eBay, is they give you a bit of fibre optic to put in these two little lenses here, which is 0.5, as I say, 0.5mm hole you drill, and you just glue this little bit of fibre optic into each one of those, and then you trim it to size inside afterwards. You put about 10mm in each light and then get inside and just trim it level, then glue those two bits in. Now the headlight, that's a funny thing that is, because it comes as a proper LED, but you have to cut the end of the LED. That's what's left of the LED. And it was one of these, they call it a top hat, I think. It's got a long spout on there, and what you have to do, you cut that off just to use it as a lens, and cut it off and file it down, and then you glue that in the headlight. Then the little lighting board sits behind this, fixed in there with the actual lighting board, and then the lights reflect through these lenses. So the company I got this from, because there's a few companies doing it, and I've seen videos of other companies, but not a video of this chap who I got this from. And it's from someone who's called himself Stickswipe. He does a lot of lighting kits. You can see that. Stickswipe. And there's loads of different ones on there, and it's a bit fiddly to do, but then I think they all are. But then on top of that, I also put a driver in the cab. I don't know if you can see that, a little driver in the cab, and also I put a cab light in just this one end, so it's controllable by function 25. You switch the cab light on and off. But that was an extra which I just added myself. Now, how you have to do this, I'll just run you through it. This is the instructions here. So, obviously, once you've taken the body off, you paint the inside of the cab with a matte black paint, a little tube of matte black paint, so you don't get a light bleed coming through. Just up to about this area inside, all around the nose, all up to this area, right, all around the nose, and that's both ends. Then what I did while that was drying, waiting for that to dry, I thought I'll add some weight, a few more weights in it. So you know, you can get these weights, well, they're for cars, aren't they? And you can cut them off in as you cut them off into the whatever size you want. There's two sizes on here, I think it's 10 grams and 5 grams. Well, basically I used the whole strip up, one whole strip. So I've added about 60 grams of weight to it. And what I did, when you take the body off, the speaker is in the centre here, facing upwards. And you've got this space here with this, you can't take that off from the bottom, it seems. So I took the speaker out from inside, unscrewed that, put about a couple of them in there, double thickness, into this box. Now the only thing I was worrying is because they're metal and your speaker's got a magnet on it, whether it was going to affect it. But it sounds all right, still sounds all right. But anyway, I put about the 10, was it a 10 gram and I presume there are grams on there, called an FE10 and an FE5 on top of the other, and so they're in that area there. And then I took another 2 of the smaller weights and I stuck them on the motor end bogey, each end, just on the end of the motor, that you can stick them on, those sloping, so just adds a bit more weight there. And then I put some more, because you've got a bit of room up the opposite end of the cab, to put some weights on the floor there. So basically I used the whole strip of them weights up. So I've added about, I think it's 60 grams to the thing, or whatever that one of those strips is. Right. So anyway, it's all working. I'll show you what I did manage to film, some of it, and I'll show you that. Right, and I've had it on the track, it's all working, goes right, as I'll show you. Right, so without any more ado, let's get on with the rest of the video. I missed a bit because it didn't record. Part of the instructions were, and I can't find the rest of it now, I think I use it all. You get this little after you drill those holes, you get this little bit of fibre optic. It's only about that long, but 80 millimetres long, I suppose. And what you have to do is, it's one little strip. You have to flash the end with a lighter. I was doing this and it didn't record, so I'm explaining it again. Flash the end with a lighter so it rounds it off ever so quick, and then just stop it. And then you cut it about 10 millimetres long, and you poke it in the hole with the very small lights, which was there, those two small lights there. So there's 4 of them all together, and you use this little bit of fibre optic. You put it in, and then you super glue them in place. Then when it's dry, you cut them short about 2 millimetres. So you just got about 2 millimetres on the inside sticking through. And then you also get these little, what do they call them? It's got it on here. Tower LEDs, the tower LEDs. And what you have to do is cut the end off of the LED. This is after I've cut the end off. I can't show you it now, but is when you get this LED is in the package, and it's got a little tower on it there. All you need is you're using the lens part of it. So you cut the tower off, file it nice and smooth. The bit you've cut off, you poke in the headlight. So it gives you a lens, see that? So it gives you the lens in the headlight. Now the other 2 lenses, that are actually already in the train when you get it. So you put the fibre optic in the two smallest ones, only 0.5 millimetre diameter. You put this little lens in the centre one at each end, and then I super glued them in place. Right, so that's that part. Now move on to the wiring. Now I'm going to vary this wiring a little bit because they tell in their instructions, they give you 3 little bits of wire like this. Now what they give you in the pack is 3 little pieces of wire, blue, yellow and white, which first of all you solder them to these connectors here on the loco, and all soldered connectors there. But I'm going to deviate from that. I'm going to use one of these. So it's a little plug and socket, so I can separate the body from the actual the base of the loco. So if you pull it apart, it makes it easier to maintain if you can separate them. So what I'm going to do is replace those. So blue, yellow and white. Well, I'll have to have yellow, white. I'll have to use black. It's black, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, black. I'll have to use black in where the blue is. So I'll put them back over there in the packet for now. And these just can pull them apart. No, pull them apart. Alright, so I'm going to cut them a little bit shorter like that, and then solder them to that for a start off. Alright, I found the colour chart. Solder on this one on my solder. Just tin these ends first. Right, now then, yellow is number 2. Number 2, which is that one. Right, now I'm trying to get these little light units in place. And the little light units, you've got short wires for the number 1 end, and it tells you to just put them in place with a bit of black tack. Whether I'll do that for now, whether I eventually glue it, don't know, but let's try and get it in the right place. And you've got to test it. Get it in place with a little bit of black tack. And then test it with a 9-volt battery and see if how the lights line up. Let's just try that first. 9-volt battery. That's the 2 red lights. Oh, where are you? That's the other lights. That's the other lights. Alright, that's that end. So you run the wires along the inside of the body and secure with tape to just after the cab doors. We say there, secure with tape. Right now we repeat at the number 2 end. That's it. Alright, and you join these wires together, blue to blue, so right now I've soldered this little plug, joined those wires up, blue to blue, white to white, yellow to yellow, and then onto that little plug which will join onto there. Alright, join onto that one. Hopefully. That is it now. The trouble is now, what I've got to do now, which I don't like the idea of, is you've got to saw a little bit off of there, each end, where that light unit, so it clears that light unit. So, I'm going to get a little saw now. Well, since we've got the directional lighting working, I've brought it in. I'm going to try and do a few other little bits. I was going to make a fit a driver. I found a seated person. I'm going to glue it to this. Found a seated person. I'm going to glue it to this bit of cardboard, which I've cut to suit the inside of the shape of the loco. Inside of that loco there, and then I'll glue that in position. So what I'm going to do is glue him on here. Might cut his legs off after. Glue him there. there and then glue that into the man here. Stuck to there. Cut his feet off. Oh man. Somewhere to stick this light. Right, stick the man in. There's the cab driver.